to take good care of yourself, you should have this beetroot ka juice. If you can try this, so it's fundamentally standing on the stage, all your hard work, everything that you have worked towards is finally getting there on the stage, taking it off. It's all your day, you did it, you're super proud of it. It takes a lot of time. It took a lot of time, it took a lot of effort, it took a lot of my energy to finish it off. In fact, one of the largest struggles that I had in my life. हेलो फ्रेंड्स एंड वेलकम बैक टू अपराजिता टेल व्लॉग्स। और ये है संडे व्लॉग की शुरुआत। समय कुछ 3:10 हो रहा है और मैंने सोचा क्यों नहीं मैं आप लोगों से बात करूं। काफ़ी लंबा समय हुआ हमने कोई बात नहीं की है और मेरे पास कुछ लाइफ की अपडेट्स भी हैं, चल क्या रहा है मेरी लाइफ में। बट उससे पहले कुछ एडिशंस। माई बीटरूट juice is back into my routine, so I'm starting up with this beetroot juice जो मैं पीने वाली हूँ पूरी सर्दियों में। so अगर आप भी हैं जो एनीमिक हैं, एनीमिक तो नहीं कहूँगी, हीमोग्लोबिन काउंट कभी कभी कम रहता है फीमेल्स में, कुछ रीजंस होते हैं, मुझे तो आज तक समझ में नहीं आया इतना कम क्यों जाता। बट एनी हाउ, टू टेक गुड केयर ऑफ योर सेल्फ, यू शुड हैव दिस बीटरूट का जूस। इफ यू कैन ट्राई दिस, सो इट्स फंडामेंटली ख़त्म होने वाला है, सो ये पूरा मैं पीने वाली हूँ। सो शाम के टाइम इट्स अ गुड थिंग। सो इसमें चुकंदर है, सो देर इज़ अ बीटरूट, पालक, टमाटर, गाजर, सबको मिक्स करके बॉईल करके कुकर में सीटी लगाइए। उसके बाद इसको मिक्सर में ग्राइंड कर दीजिए एंड दैट्स हाउ। एंड देन यू कैन गिव अ तड़का टू इट विद समथिंग लाइक जीरा एंड वॉट एवर यू लाइक, विद काली मिर्च ऑफ कोर्स, क्योंकि ठंडियों में काली मिर्च बहुत फ़ायदा करती है। सो इट्स अ गुड ड्रिंक, ऑलमोस्ट ऑन दी वर्ज ऑफ फिनिशिंग। जब ये गर्म होता है तब पीजिए, बहुत टेस्टी लगता है। ठंडा होने के बाद इसका टेस्ट बचता नहीं है। बट एनीहाउ, लेट मी सिप फ्यू ऑफ दी सिप्स एंड देन वी विल स्टार्ट टॉकिंग। So there are few life updates. What are the updates? क्या है लाइफ में अपडेट्स? लाइफ इतनी ड्रास्टिकली कुछ चेंज नहीं हुई है, वैसे ही है जैसी थी, जैसी चल रही थी। रिसेंट अपडेट इज, सो आई हैड, अगर आपने मेरे शॉर्ट्स देखे हैं तो यू मस्ट हैव सीन आई गॉट माई PhD डिग्री। आई हैड दैट convocation जहाँ पे मुझे डिग्री मिली। इट्स अ वेरी नाइस फीलिंग, स्टैंडिंग ऑन दी स्टेज, ऑल योर हार्ड वर्क, everything that you have worked towards is finally getting there on the stage, taking it off. It's all your day, you did it, you're super proud of it. It takes a lot of time, it took a lot of time, it took a lot of effort, it took a lot of my energy to finish it off. In fact, one of the largest struggles that I had in my life to finish it off. It was very difficult journey, and the reason being is कि if you talk to me about this journey, so बहुत से लोगों ने बोला कि to talk something onto your PhD journey. So when you talk about this PhD journey of mine, it was a difficult thing to go ahead with it. Along with the job, so I was working and along with that I was writing my PhD. It was very difficult, and I was trying to find out that peace of mind, how to do both these things together. It is a difficult thing to do both the things together, but then I am the one who has chosen this path to do it together. Then I am the one who is going to find out a way how to finish it off. There were days I just wanted to give up, which was literally like मेरे से जॉब के साथ नहीं हो सकती ये चीज़। There were days I was crying, there were days I was I don't know how should I describe it. It was a lot of an internal struggle that was going on within it, but I was super clear from the beginning that I wanted to do my PhD along with my job, and why I wanted to do it. So I wanted my career to take progression. Along with that, I wanted an additional qualification, and it was a very well planned and thought of stuff. So if you are somebody who has wanted to start in academics, again, it's your choice how much comfort you have in doing it. So I mean, I personally believe that when you get into difficult situations, there are two things: either you will find a way out and you will sail through it, or you will quit. I believe in the other one. I always try to find a way out. It might be difficult, but it has to be worth it, and that is what I felt, that feeling. So a degree is just a title addition, but if you ask me, it has been a long journey in understanding myself. So through that process of PhD, I have understood myself in a number of ways: what I can bear, what I cannot. There were days when I was breaking like anything, crying, trying to console myself that how to how to get through this whole stuff. So there were days I was sitting with that whole stuff, trying to scribble the words were not coming, my nervous system was reacting to it. So during that whole process of journey, I also realized that there is a lot of stress that can build up when you take up extra stuff. So, and it's a very personal thing. I mean, everyone have their, so I've never done such a thing before, like doing a job along with that studying part. I've never done it till my masters. It was all studies only. So when you enter into that space to figure it out how to go about it, first of all, you do not have any strategy for it. It's very flowing thing where you are like कि हो जाएगा, हो जाएगा. And when you sit with it, I also realized I got into meditation, healing, and all those stuff, because on personal fronts also I was feeling a lot of other challenges. My body was reacting, my immune system was reacting, so everything was just going so much together that I was not knowing what is exactly that is affecting me. But it cannot be the case in everyone, but I am talking about, since it's my personal journey, and I always say, every person's journey is different. But so when I was done with my PhD, done writing everything, defended everything, I realized that my body was in so much stress. Not exactly body, but I would say my nervous system was so much stretching beyond its capacity that I was not knowing it. And I also felt a bit of a burnout. I felt like I said, there were days I was crying like anything, but then I am the one who has chosen this path. If you have chosen that path, that you want to do two things together, naturally you have to go through it. And people and family, they can just motivate you. Anybody can just motivate you to go ahead and do it. But finally, it's you who has to do all that stuff. And I personally believe you need to find out a way. So, but I understood that. So I stretched beyond my caliber. And also, like, so many people ask like how to go about it if you're doing a job along with that. So not everyone does that job and PhD, and they will never understand the pain of it, how difficult it is. They will never understand what this journey looks like when you're doing a full-time job. Along with that, you're also writing your PhD. So during that process, I also got a lot into my health perspective, because I realized if I have to make my brain really strong to finish this off, my body needs to be really strong. So that was the time period, I think, that I got into this whole physical stuff, where I used to do strength training. I still continue to do that. So during that journey, one addition was strength training that I brought into my routine. So early waking up, the first thing I used to do was to take my dumbbells, take my kettlebells, and stretch my body and push it so hard, so that when I make it to sit and write, it does not say it cannot write, because I know it's all a ball game where you are like, I can't do this. It's very easy. I mean, giving up, quitting is so easy. You don't have to do anything. You just need to say, I'm stressed, I'm giving up, I'm quitting. But I'm talking about what it takes, the resilience, the perseverance, the enthusiasm it takes to make your journey really understand. See, one thing could have been you get into something difficult and you say, I quit, it's not my cup of tea. But I am not somebody who is like that. I am somebody who takes it as a challenge, and I see either I'm getting through it and doing it, or I will die in the process. That's how my mindset works. I do not know the other way of quitting. Maybe that's just the life force, the creative force that pushes you to just try your level best. I'm not saying that in the process you should completely exhaust yourself, but like I said, there were days, not all the days, but there were days where I was literally very much derailed from the healthy nervous system, how it looks like. So I was uh, trying to adjust the whole stuff and trying to sit and write. And when I look back, so when I got my degree on the stage, the whole thing flashed in front of me, the crying, the sobbing, the pain, the journey, how it looked like, how it changed me as a person, how I evolved, how I've grown into a person, how much clarity I got, how much as a person I have evolved. I could have taken any other easy way. I would have quitted. I would have got number of ways to finish of this stuff. But like I said, I so like if you ask me how did I got this with whole stuff. So when you're doing a full-time job with 9 to 5, where do you make a space where that you get that? Because writing is really difficult. Writing is a very difficult job. If you sit to scribble 10 lines, 12 lines, it's very difficult, right? You cannot do it, and that too in an area which you are exploring, and in an area where you are trying to figure it out. Okay, I want to put my foot into this area, and I'm also exploring and then writing in that area. It's a very difficult thing, and along with that you are also doing a full-time job. So how do you manage it? So the only thing can be, you have to be very mentally and physically healthy, because if you are not mentally and physically healthy, it will take you will not be able to sit on your chair to write, because you are exerting already 8 hours, and after that you are coming back and doing your stuff and writing it out. So it might be a different journey for everyone. I'm just talking about my journey. So for me it was like I used to wake up around 4:30, and then I was not doing the first thing to wake up and read the papers and write it. I'm not somebody who is that type of person who just wakes up and go to the office, who wakes up and just start writing, who just wakes up and do the work. I'm a person who need that space where I can first feel I connect to my higher self, where I connect with the purpose why I have come onto this earth, and then I put my nervous system into a place where it's more calmer, and then I get into the things that I want to do. And this training started way back when I was writing my PhD. So I was waking up early, 4:30, and thereafter I used to do this strength training. Now, why I'm talking about this strength training is because if your body is not physically strong, there are high chances your brain will create number of stories not to do the difficult thing. So what I used to do is, strength training is the area, like physical exertion that I started during that time was because if you do a difficult thing in the morning, no, any sort of mental work doesn't look like work. So let's say if you're going to put like 8 kgs like this and pushing it up and pushing it down and doing it 3 reps, your body even is going to listen to you. It knows it just knows you have done the most difficult thing early in the morning. What is this? Just writing 3-4 pages, not a difficult thing. But if you don't do it, your brain will create all sorts of story to do it. So I used to get physically very healthy. I'm not telling you change all your plan and start getting healthy. That was my journey, where I entered into that space where really I wanted to. I don't know if this journey just put me into that another journey of physically getting fit, taking care of my body. I was trying to eat really good, and peace of mind is something which is very important when you are focusing on one thing and writing it. So I'm a person who gets, like I said, I'm a creative person, so I get distracted very easily. So it's if it's anything, if my brain is not focused, it will go on number of things, like पीछे फूल लगे हुए हैं उस पे भी मेरा ध्यान जा रहा है, मैं उसके बारे में भी सोच रही हूँ, सूप रखा हुआ है उसके बारे में भी ध्यान जा रही हूँ. So I'm a very distracted person that way. To bring myself into focus, I have to devise a strategy and to work through it. And I'm glad that strategy worked. It was a lot of hard work that I put in, and thereafter how I winded up my PhD. So if you are somebody who want to come into academia, you want to finish your PhD, and you're thinking of what the process should look like, maybe I can take it forward in number of other videos, uh, how you can quickly do it, since I took the long route learning by hit and trial method. Like I said, I create my own journey where I'm hitting and trying and seeing how it is working, but that which it takes a lot of time. So if somebody really wants to get into that place where they're like they want a lesser journey, like less time period, of course that's what experienced people are for. They have gone through that experience and done it, and they know it, what they have gone through. But sometimes you need to go through that journey, because without the journey, I mean, destination makes no sense. Imagine, if you're not putting hard work in anything, if you get it, it doesn't make sense to you, isn't it? And anything good in life has always comes through difficulty. It's not that you will get it easily. It will test you, it will do all those stuff. So that's it. So in case if in future if you're interested, do drop me a comment in the link. Maybe I can share how to write, how to put those hours, how to stretch it, how to do a good PhD in law, and how to find your niche area in the academy if you really want to establish, what are the areas you are looking forward to. But one thing I'm making it sure, the journey is difficult. That's why it makes so much sense when finally you reach it. If it was easy, it would have not made so much sense. So for me, it's less about the title, but it's more about, oh my god, what did I learn on the way. I learned physical fitness, I learned mental fitness, I learned that there is a nervous system inside me which is reacting to these stressors and these stresses, and it needs to be calm, and I should not be stressed all the time. But when you are exerting yourself a lot beyond your capacity, your nervous system reacts. It's much more calmer now. अभी ये ठंडा हो गया है, so बस उसको भी मैंने ट्रेन किया है. So but anyhow, so that's it from a Prajita Tale vlog. It's a journey of mine reaching to one of the milestones that I have set in. What the next milestone would be, still not clear, but let the movement be there. Let there be joy in the journey. Let there be struggles in the journey. Let there be that push that I can't do it, and then coming back, I have done it. Let that thrust be there. So all those things make the journey worth it. And that's it. Do like, comment or share if you really liked what I've put it across. It's just a conversation with Aparajita, her tales, her stories, how she is navigating life, and maybe if it can inspire you, I would be more than be privileged to get to know that. Thank you so very much. And here are some of the memories of the convocation. I have just captured it and kept it in my heart. I would remember it all my life, more for the journey, less for the title, but the struggle and the journey that I have gone through it. It's not about what it was as a title, but it was more about how much I learned throughout this journey. I'm really proud that I sailed through it. I hope you also sail through difficult situations.